Alrighty, so they give us the points 3, 4, and 5, 8. So again, we could call this x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is come up with the slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 gives us 8 minus 4 over 5 minus 3. Okay, slope of 4 over 2 reduces down to just 2. So now as I'm writing my equation, y equals mx plus b, okay, I have my m value of 2. I can use either one of these points to plug in for x and y. Let's pick the first ones. Okay, and I need to solve for b. So I get 4 equals 6 plus b. Should have gotten a b value of -2. So now I put it all together, y equals 2x minus 2. Okay, same thing for the second one. y2 minus y1, so we get 3 minus 5. And we get 8 minus 4, so I get -2 over 4. Okay. So I should have gotten a slope of -1/2. Use either of those points. I'm going to plug in the first one again. So a slope of -1/2. -1/2 times 4 would just be -2. Get a b value of 7. So I put it all together. Y equals -1/2 x plus 7. Okay, and I could use that other point to check my work, right? So if I wanted to make sure that I did it correctly, I could take that other point, plug it in for x and y. Okay, just to make sure I did it correctly. -1/2 times a would be -4. You get -4 plus 7 would be a +3. So I get 3 equals 3, so that's what I was looking for. Something that obviously would equal itself. I got something that said like 3 equals 5. Obviously it doesn't, so that would be incorrect. Alrighty, so first one here, same thing. It would help you to label it. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So we get 1 minus 7 over 0 minus 2. So I get -6 over -2. Gives me a +3. Okay. I'm going to plug in those points because it looks a lot easier, because I'm going to get 1 equals 3 times 0 plus b. It's going to cancel out. I'm going to get b is equal to 1. So I have my slope and my y-intercept. So y equals 3x plus 1. Okay. Doesn't matter if I wanted to call this one x2 and y2, and then x1 and y1. Okay, again, it doesn't really matter as long as the 2's are together and the 1's are together. So if I said 0 minus 3 over 2 minus 0, okay, I should get negative 3/2. All right, so there's my slope. Plug in either one of these points. I'm gonna plug it in where my x value is equal to 0, because if I plug in 3 for y, I get 3 equals negative 3/2 times 0 plus b. That's just going to cancel out, get a b value of 3. So I have a slope of negative 3/2 and a y-intercept of 3. All right, number 3 here, 6 minus 2 over 7 minus negative 1. Okay, so where a lot of people kind of get stuck. Okay, so it's 7 and you're subtracting a negative 1. So remember, you have 2 negatives like this, they turn into positives. So it's really 7 plus 1. Okay, so we end up getting a slope of 1/2. Okay, plug in either one of those points. I get, plug in the first one, 2 equals 1/2 times negative 1 plus b. So I get 2 equals negative 1/2 plus b. I have to add 1/2. Okay, not super ideal, but 2 plus 1/2. Remember, if we want to add, obviously we could write 2.5. Okay, or we can change this to 4/2 so that they have a common denominator. And then 4/2 plus 1/2 would equal 5/2. And so I get y y equals 1/2 x plus 5/2. All right, try these last two. All righty, so first one here, x1, y1, x2, y2. So 5 minus 1 over 3 minus 1 should give you 4 over 2. Should just be 2. And I'm going to plug in the first one. Get y equals 2 plus b. Subtract 2. Get negative 1 for my b value. So again, slope, y-intercept, y equals 2x minus 1. Fifth one down here, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, I get 4 minus 3, then I get 2 minus 1. 1 over 1 should just be 1. So then I get 3 equals 1 times 1 plus b. 3 equals 1 plus b. get a p-value of 2. So y equals, you could say 1x or you could just say x, it doesn't matter. Okay, but y equals 1x plus 2. Okay, last one here. A little trickier here, right? So we go x1, y1, x2, y2. So we get 3 minus 3 on top, 2 minus 5 on the bottom. So we get 0 over negative 3, okay, which is just 0. All right, 0 divided by anything is just 0. So now if you plugged in either of those points, you'd get b value of 3. So I'd write it as y equals 0x plus 3. Okay, but we don't really need to write the 0x, so we can just write it as y equals 3. Okay, and that would just look like a horizontal line like that. All right, so